People just have this inner turmoil, inner chaos, and we're living in the era of it. Is it COVID? This is not normal. What is going on in the world? Is it just me, or it seems like every single person, the mama, the father, the grandma, they're just tired? You know, when you look at the world and just how we go through different phases of evolution as human beings, how we move from Australopithecus to Homo sapien, Homo habilis, Homo sapien sapien, all of these different evolution concepts, even just the economical ones, from the agricultural evolution to the knowledge revolution to the industrial revolution, all of these different revolutions. Right now, we are living in an energy revolution time, a personal energy revolution time. And when you just walk around in different spaces, you just realize that majority of the people are tired. It's like people just have this inner turmoil, inner chaos, and we're living in the era of it. And, you know, I'm not exempt. I've gone through my own fair share of just extreme exhaustion, extreme burnt out. How is it that the whole entire world, or majority of the people, are extremely burnt out? Is it COVID? Is it life? Like, what is it? Because this is not normal. And just observing it, you just realize that fundamentally we're possibly not doing something right as human beings, because it is not normal. And I repeat, it's not normal to have this amount of people just going through the burnout, the exhaustion that's taking place energetically in the world. What do we do and how do we navigate that, especially when you are an entrepreneur like myself and you just keep trying different things and, you know, keep going and going and going and going. And eventually, you know, the body gives in. The body gives in. So now that we're living in a world of energy, what is it that we do to make sure that we deal with that inner turmoil that is draining a lot of our energy? And how do we also amplify our bodies and our minds that they're able to channel in more energy so that we are just excited, motivated, have the zeal, the joy to chase our dreams and follow our paths with such diligence and enthusiasm? Because it's very much important. Wherever attention flows, energy goes. And if your energy is compromised, that means that the energy that's flowing into your different projects is just half-hearted. Therefore, it's not even enough to blow up and magnify what you're trying to create into the manifestation of the reality that we're in now. So how do we navigate that? One simple answer. It's very simple, but it's so complex to do. I even have challenges with just doing it all the time. And guys, it's high time that we meditate. If you watched my last video where I was talking about power cuts, I would emphasize the beauty of a power cut is everything is off and it's time to just meditate and to just sit in your energy and listen to your energetical being. You listen to your mind, you listen to your body, and more importantly, you listen to your frequency. Because your frequency is what manifests your reality. Somebody has likened it to like a radio station, where it's like if you fine tune a radio station and it gets into a certain frequency, you're able to listen to Duma FM, Gabs FM, RB2. Your body as well is the same thing. Fine tune it to the frequency of what you want to tune into. And if you are burnt out, the quickest way to get yourself out of burnout is meditation. Of course, there are other things like eating right and exercising, but even people that I know, friends that I know who eat right and exercise, they're also tired. So at this point, we need spiritual intervention, because clearly we're under some spiritual deficit and we need to make sure that we get on the positive end of things. You know, we need to fill in our cups. But guys, beyond just telling you to meditate, this is a call for action. What do you do with your burnout and the exhaustion? What do you think about the place where the world's at? And even every other day, there's always just the thing that comes up. It's like, oh, Mercury's on retrograde. That's why people are feeling, Mercury's always on retrograde. Mercury's always on retrograde. I'm even tired of all those philosophies and concepts. I'm just like, we are here. We're trying to build a new Africa. We're trying to build new mindsets so that we're able to be our most productive self, our most energetically well and balanced selves. So how do we navigate this inner turmoil that leads to this deep energy leak that leads to this burnout? My solution is meditation. I'm even preaching to the choir. I need to be listening to my own advice because I'm going through that thing. And you know, the thing about this inner turmoil and this chaos, just to wrap it up and why it's so important for us to address it. I realized that in my own work, when I'm going through my own, when I've tuned into a low vibration and I have people that I work with, I've realized that when I'm extremely tired or burnt out or not even in the finest frequency, it literally just affects the team. And the person behind this camera, our director, Tawo, had a similar experience with me last week where, you know, that time of the month of a woman where you're just feeling tired for whatever reason and you just want to lay down. And there was a day where I just didn't pitch up to work, just came to him and I was like, yo, I am tired. It's that time. I'm a woman fully and I feel my womanness. So, you know, that time of the month and I'm just going to rest. And then even just seeing beyond just my hormonal experience as a woman, I was just in a funk and I could just see how that energy transfers into the whole space and affects the people around you and the team. And it affects productivity. So it's your responsibility. If you are a manager, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a leader of yourself, a leader of a team, the going gets tough. You're going to get tired. You're going to get burnt out. But the biggest thing is you meditate, but also when you're just in those energies, communicate with your team so that they are aware. Even when they end up feeling your lethargy, they should also be able to connect it and say, oh, it's because, you know, our colleague is having a low time. So the emission of that energy from their own being is affecting all of us. And I'm just breaking these things down so that you're just able to understand wellness and productivity better because, mind you, we want you to be your most productive self and your most fulfilled self. And that's why we make these videos about some consultants. So please do like, share, leave a comment, and just let us know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is to kicking burnout in the ass and making sure that we are our most vibrant, enthusiastic selves living our best lives. I am Belse Avo. Thank you for watching.